Hello, right, we're just going to be doing a quick video on when replenishment happens for both the player and the AI. So we're literally just focusing on when the replenishment happens. Nothing else about replenishment right now, just when does it happen for both the player and the AI. So what we've done, we've just set up a little test here, and we can straight up see this Norscan army is damaged. We can see exactly what numbers they will have. We can also see you have Catherine just here at the edge of their reinforcement range. So we're just going to click on Yetich. Reason being, we want to just have a quick look at this garrison levels. So now we can make a note. Okay, we've got all the marauders at 33, so these guys at 28, 25. Good. Now, so we now know what these guys' current replenishment is. Right, we're going to break off the siege. And make sure Catherine is standing close enough that when... So, the reason we have Catherine with, like, no units at all in her army is we want this guy to come and attack us over the end turn. Basically, the first thing we're going to test is whether or not the AI will replenish when we hit end turn, or if they replenish after they finish their turn. So, when we get the AI to come and attack us over the end turn, we'll be able to see if they've replenished before they've, you know, come and attack us on their turn. Alright, so click end turn here. There we are, Bjornling coming at us. And there we are, yeah, we can see all of these units still exactly the same. They have not replenished at all. So yeah, pretty expected. I don't think anyone thought that the AI replenished before their turn. But here's where we're going to do the rest of the test. So we're going to quickly load up another save. So we've got another save here with Norscan allies. Gotta load that up. So what we're going to be testing next here is we're going to test if the AI factions replenish at the end of their respective turns, or if everyone in the game replenishes at the same time at the start of the player's turn. And I'll be able to explain exactly how we're going to figure that out once this is finished loading here. It shouldn't take too long. Okay, we're in. Right, once again, it's exactly the same situation, only this time Catherine has a half stack of Kossars, and we have an alliance army with the Norscans right here. So, for anyone who... Obviously no one can see this, but this army is full of very low health mammoths. So basically between us, we should both be able to easily auto-resolve this settlement. And the AI knows that. So, you may be asking, why do we have an alliance with the Norscans? So, that comes down to turn order. So, if you ever want to know turn order in this game, you can actually check that on the camera settings. So I'm going to click on the Bjornling here, Bearsenling rather, click camera settings, and we can see their camera settings. If we go one to the right, we can see that the Bjornling, this guy right here, come right after them. And the camera settings show factions in turn order. So if we scroll this way, you can see we've got Lorelorn here. That means Lorelorn, when we end their turn, Lorelorn will go before the Bearsenling. So what we want to check now is when we end our turn, the Bearsenling are going to be too afraid to attack us. Straight up. So we're going to get the chance to attack Yetich. But we can't do that ourselves. So what we want to do is for the Bearsenling's turn to end, and then for the Bjornling's turn to start. So what will essentially happen is the Bjornling will then be able to go and attack Yetich for us. Yetich. I don't know how you pronounce that. And that will essentially allow us to see if the Bearsenling will have gained any replenishment. So the Bearsenling's turn is going to end, starting this guy's turn, and we'll see if they replenished or not. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So we're just going to click end turn here. Again, the numbers are exactly the same as last save. We get some random. Just leave me alone, please. Their numbers are the same as last time. This guy actually realizes he's too weak, so he's running away. But we've still got the garrison. We can still check with the garrison. And he's attacking. And here we go. We can see that the the Bearsling faction hasn't actually replenished us all. They haven't replenished. So, yeah, there you can see all the mammoths. So that pretty much confirms that AI factions don't replenish at the end of their own turn. So if we... So now that we know that we haven't replenished yet, so let's just quickly go back to that first save. Go back to that first save. So, no backup. We're just going to quickly let the turn play out. We're going to hide Catherine. So that hopefully she doesn't get attacked. We just need an army in the area so we can check up on the garrison as we come back. We're just doing this to make sure that when we go and attack the garrison on the following turn, that they have actually replenished. That there's no iffy sort of little situations that's preventing that garrison from replenishing. Alright, so Catherine, we're going to pull you... How far can you move? You can move all the way over there. Can I get outside of that range? It looks like I can. So we're going to do a bit... Oh, hold on. I'm going to do a bit of cheating. We've only got a single mod installed, and that is the console command mod. So we're going to do a little bit of cheating. We're going to pull Catherine in march stance all the way over here. Point of which we just don't want to be in range of this guy to attack us. Yeah, that's all good. So we're going to click end turn again. Ignore him. He does not help our test at all. Alright, so he's going to come out. He's going to chase after Catherine, because he knows he can win. But that doesn't matter. Alright, there we go. We're at the next turn. So now let's go back. So yeah, we can't reach. This is where the cheating is going to come in. We're just going to click to go over. Because we can't see the number of units inside a garrison until we actually attack it. But we can see they've got some more health there. Let's just do a little bit of a cheat. Give ourselves some more movement. And let's go to Yechich. And there we go. We can see they have replenished. So there's nothing over that end turn that was preventing them from replenishing. So that right there is how the replenishment for player and AI work. So the player and AI will both replenish their troops at exactly the same time. That time being at the end of the last AI turn, or basically at the start of the player's turn. So this actually has two implications. The first implication being that when it comes to replenishment blocking, so for anyone who doesn't know what that is, when you can replenishment block armies that are inside settlements with your armies. So the AI will do this to players quite often. They will have a single lord stood around while you have an army inside a settlement that is replenishing. They will then send the lord over to Yeshich, just like Catherine is, and just siege you. There's no chance that lord can win, but they're literally just sieging you, and they will stop you from replenishing. And because all replenishment happens at the same time, at the start of the player's turn, there is no way for the player to stop the lord from doing that, unless they have someone in ambush stance nearby, perhaps. So that can be very annoying for players, but it also means that the player is not able to block the AI in the same way. Because replenishment happens at the start of the player's turn, you know what, let's just prove this point. We can just disband the hero, make it better for them. And we're just going to get rid of this army. We're even going to make Catherine really weak, just to make sure that they come out and try and attack us. So we're going to put Catherine down to 6% health. There we go. There's no way they don't sally out to attack that. So, in the case of the player, we're just going to click end turn. The point of this is that... There we go. We can just stop... The idea would be we can stop this guy from replenishing. We're just going to end our turn. Yes, hello, Mr. Robson. If he attacks that, I'm just going to...
Motherland never falters.
Off you go. Go on. We don't need you. Go on, get out of here. And now they should sally out. Yeah, there we are. They've got exactly the same thing, but we have to retreat from this. We can't win. So we're going to retreat. And now, because it's not yet the start of our turn, that garrison is still going to get their replenishment. So we're going to quickly go back, have a look again. Yep, see, they got their replenishment just fine. So the AI, because of when replenishment happens, the player cannot replenish block a AI with a single lord. The AI can replenish block the player. So yeah, hope anyone found this useful. Hope people... Yeah. Thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you have a good day.